this stuff is life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing. So I have 4, but I'm pumped. We have we have a sales pitch today with another homeowner in the same exact area, and I'm really, really confident about it. I had 0 deals when I met you, literally 3 months ago. And now I'm literally in talks of like leaving my job as I'm sitting here in it.
How do you feel about the 90-day challenge?
The initial challenge itself was really, really good. And then it was kind of like in the middle, we were coasting a little bit. And then the fire came back again at the end because everyone realized, oh shoot, like we got to pick this up because we're nearing the end. Literally, you were on the phone with me, what was that, September when this started? I mean, obviously you guys were working on things in the back end. But if we've had this success in under 90 days, whew, where are we going next? Where are we going next?
In 90 days. In 90 freaking days. I ask you, how do you feel about the PowerPath community?
Hard pressed to find another community that is like this. Sure, there are many other STR communities, but it is very rare to find a community with, people like you and Allie that have the service mindset at the core of it all. Because of that bleeds into the rest of us, if that makes sense, of going in it with a service mindset rather than a greed mindset. And because of that, I feel that's the reason why the success has started so quickly. A big, big thank you to you and Allie. None of us would be here without you guys.
And then seeing on that 90-day challenge, Kyle actually doing cold calls in front of you, which I've never, seen before. And then getting his butt chewed out by people was kind of like an eye-opening, like, hey, and I like the way he said it, right? It's going to happen. It's part of the business. You're going to see that happen, but you don't know what they're going through at that time either. That person could be having a bad day. That person could be on the verge of bankruptcy or verge of losing that house, and you don't know what they're going through and what made them snap like that, right? Because his was definitely harsher than mine, coming from that it was a guy, not saying that women can't be nasty, but his definitely hit home to what I went through with one of them. And so it was good to see that it does happen, and you can't take it to heart. All you can do is say that, hey, you know what? That's their issue. They have a problem. I don't have a problem, and I'm here to help the next person that I pick up the phone and call and try to help. So you can't take that to heart.
What would you say your experience has been like in the community and part of this, and just kind of being here now?
Yeah, so it's been great. I mean, what we kind of were looking more towards was sort of something a little bit more personalized, and that's exactly what we got. So when I knew I'd known Kyle before the program, but when I jumped on Kyle to talk about joining PowerPath, that's sort of what I told him. I was like, we want to come to this program because we want something that's a little more like one-on-one personalized. And at this point in our journey, we really need more accountability. Not so much about operations or how to approach a client or things like that. It's about like somebody being on top of me, making sure I'm doing the things that I want to do. That was very much aligned, and that's what's been happening the last 2 months. We started out with a 30-day challenge, and there was accountability basically 2 times a week or whatever it was, and it kept me. It was always in the back of my head with the things I was doing. It's like, I'm gonna have to get on this phone call, or I'm gonna have to write this email, or I'm gonna have to talk to Sean or talk to Kyle and say, hey, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do, or I didn't accomplish what I was gonna accomplish. And the accomplishment part doesn't bother me as much because I know that's going to come. It's more about like, did I do the things I said I was going to do? Did I make the phone calls, or did I prepare my processes to eventually hire a VA or whatever it is I said I was going to do? Those are the tasks that I really appreciate being held accountable for, because I don't know that I would have done that necessarily.